What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a GOAT format replays, a couple of them for y'all. If y'all haven't realized this by now or found out about it somehow, I ended up winning PWCQ 44, which is a great accomplishment for me because I haven't really won a GOAT tournament, any major kind of GOAT tournament, so it feels good. I won a play mat, haven't got that yet, and I also got my invite. So I figured to try to come back on the channel and make a video. I'm going to go over the last two matches I played versus FancyDiesel. So first of all, I will take a look at the deck and go over card by card. This may be a little longer video because I haven't been posting at all. So hope y'all enjoy it. Make sure to hit the like, hit the sub. I just got a charger for my old laptop where I made these videos. The live is not working for some reason. I'm going to try to get that fixed this weekend. But this is going to get uploaded, so it's good to be back. So, usually I play Turbo. I play Mod Control. I play Turbo. That's just what I'm usually on. But I just told myself that the rest of this season and all next season, I'm just going to put the helmet on and just go for the Warrior strategy. And long and behold, pretty much the second tournament I played, which I played the last PWCQ, which was, I think, last weekend. Or not last weekend, the weekend before that. And I kind of threw it because I played bad. But this weekend, I did not throw it. Or last weekend, I did not throw it. So, that being said, let's show the list. 1 BLS, because it's BLS. We have Triple Blade Knight. See a lot of lists on 2. Some lists are on 2. But I think 3 is definitely staple. And Warrior is just pretty much like your best Warrior. Or at least one of the best. Breaker, because it's Breaker. DD Warrior Lady, this card's really good. It trades with pretty much anything. Good Tribe. Discard fuel for your light that you need in graveyards at times. It's a Rota target. You gotta play it. Don Zalug, just the one Don Zalug here. I was actually main decking Spirit Reaper, and I kind of changed that like an hour or two before the tournament and went with the Zombira instead, which that actually did pay off pretty good versus the match me versus Dale. We have one Exiled Force because it's Exiled Force. We have double Kaiku. Would like to play 3 of this, but I think 2 is just fine. It's a really good card. Can get kind of like bad when you have like you summon this first and then they have a flip and then you draw Blade Knight. That does kind of suck. But the card just busted. Shuts down Chaos. Messes up their graveyard. Not the greatest versus the Mirror, but it's still overall really good card. Definitely staple in the Warrior, in my opinion. Mystic Swordsman level 2 for Turbo. Any kind of set deck. With the 1 Book of Moon, it goes really good. We have the 1 Ninja Grandmaster. Again, this card runs over Spies in defense. Runs over Sorg. Runs over BLS in defense. Searchable, light. Really, really good. Could consider playing 2 of this, but I think 1 is just fine. 1 Tribe because it's Tribe. Really good card. Staple. 1 Zombira. Like I said previously a minute ago, I was playing Reaper in this deck, and I was actually playing 1 Faith. But I decided to just cut the Faith, cut the Reaper, just go down to 14 monsters, and just play the 1 Zombira. And it's just a really good card. Like, even if it kills 1 monster, it's still 1900. It can't attack directly. It does suck, but it still walls up. It's a dark. It's amazing. So, 14 monsters. Pretty solid. Woo. We have the 1 Book of Moon, breathing heavy. Talking. I ain't done this in a while, so forgot how much energy and shit talking this is gonna take. But no. Get back to it. I am Berserk Gorilla now. Let's put some joking into it because I know I used to be a little you know, off the rail at times. You know, I'd fuck around in the videos, do some questionable shit, say some questionable shit at times. Don't want to do any thing like that. I just want to keep it positive, keep it moving, duel in peace. That's what I want to do. So we have the 1 Book of Moon. A lot of Warrior decks don't really play this card. I just think it's necessary. I mean, it's good against Snatch. It's good with level 2. It's good to save you from Ring. It's just a really good card. I mean, Book of Moon, just Book of Moon. I wouldn't really play any more than 1, though, because then it might get a little bricky. So we have the 1 Duo because it's Duo. We have Graceful because it's Graceful. This card does get a little bit tricky playing this. A lot of people like to hold it turn 1. I'm sometimes a fan of it, so depending on my hand and stuff. I do hold it most of the time, turn one. But then I look at it like I really kind of want to go for a dust shoot. But if I have dust shoot, maybe I might hold this already because there's like no point to really just fire it. Check and see if they have Solum or something to stop it. Wait for like a better hand or anything like that. We have the one Heavy Storm, the one MST, the double knock, one pot of greed, one premature, double rota, snatch steal. This artwork really paid off. I mean, it's obviously no difference of playing the other artwork, but I just thought it was cool and I decided to say screw it and play it. Snatch steal because it's snatch steal. Call the Haunted. Feel like it's a staple in Warriors. Two Dust Tornadoes, really good. Get rid of their back row. There's so many things you could do with this card that people, I don't know if every Warrior player obviously knows this, but like some players that are newer might not know that might look past the second effect of this to set a spell. It actually does come up a lot. You want to like set your Solemn so next turn you could play it, not get heavied for two. Like just a whole bunch of different things you can do with this. You can set the Call of the Haunted, Dust Tornado in face, set the call, use the call on your turn. Does come up for sure. One Mirror Force, one Ring, and triple Sakuretsu Armor. Now I was on triple Dust Shoot, but I just said this is a trap Dust Shoot format, which I know it is, but if you're playing against a good player, they're gonna play around Dust Shoot. Like unless you open at turn one, it's just gonna be like harder and harder to resolve. And I feel like the more I drew, I mean the more I played, the more I would draw. And I feel like I don't know, I just break so much with it at three that it just I think two is just like the perfect number in Warriors. I don't know, it really worked out for me though. Triple Saku is just like I mean, stop their attack, protect your Dawn, protect anything they're going to attack with. You got to attack to win. This card's almost never like neg unless it's summon Breaker. Just all around good card. We got triple Solemn. This is like the bread and butter in the deck. Just say no. It's a good card. We got the one Torrential Tribute, which also is amazing. I mean, set this turn one. Just say go. If they don't, if they don't set anything, they do. Like, it's just a good blowout card for aggressive decks like Earth Aggro, Warriors. People overextend all the time. A lot of people don't really expect Torrential Tribute. Maybe in Warriors they do, but other decks they don't, so they don't really fear it as much lately. And then rounding out the 40 cards is the Double Dust Shoot that I just talked about. So that is the main deck. We're going to go on to the side deck here. We have Triple Spies, which is just really good. A lot of players, they will board out Nox against Warriors, and then you kind of like get them and board in the Spies. But then again, a lot of players are leaving in the Nox because they're expecting you to do that. So you just gotta like kind of know when to do this, when not to do this, and what to take out. So it does kind of get rough, but it worked out at three. Card is just busted. It's one of the best flips in this format. Like it's just really good. King Tiger. This came in versus Panda Burn. It really does shut down that deck a lot. It messes up their tokens. It messes up their rat. It messes up their panda at times. It messes up their Lily play, their exile play. Like it could really shut them down. Any deck, Chaos Control or Go Control, great card against that too. They all play Scapegoats. You're just gonna shut it down with King Tiger. Really like this card a lot. I'm a big fan of King Tiger over Assura Priest. I do know Assura Priest is light and this is Earth, but I just think that there's just like this card's just better just to sit on the field. It is Snatch Steal, Snatch Steal could come up and they could take it and shit, but it is what it is. That is one reason why Assura is probably better. They can't snatch it, but I just think just the body on the field, and it's really good versus Ritual Chaos, which has seen a lot more play recently too. So this shits on the Relinquish, it shits on Thousand Hundred Strict, it shits on the Manju, it shits on Tsukiyomi. It's just really good. So we got the one Faith here. I'm thinking about maybe upping this to two and maybe cutting the Reaper. I'm not really sold on that yet. But Faith is just Faith. You board in these and hope they don't have their Nox in. Or maybe you don't want to do that. You just want to go for the whole good shit. We got Double Mobius. This card's great. A lot of people are siding in Bottomless these days, though, versus Warriors. So this kind of does suck to get Bottomless, but at least you're going to get something. You're not going to drop it on just one unless you like Desperation have to. But if they board in Sakus, which a lot of players do, this card's just going to eat up the Saku. We got the one Reaper. You board us in versus Reasoning Gate. Boarded in versus Panda Burn. I mean, it can run. It's a level 3. Gets under level limit. Gets under Gravity Bind. It's pretty damn good card. We have the Zombire of the Dark. Just the one because I have one in the main. This is for pretty much just like the mirror match. Really good card. Runs over all their warriors. It sits. It's a dark. Just good card. Searchable. Really good. Definitely earns a spot in the 15 side deck. So we have Brain Control. You really want to board this in against the mirror match as well because you can Brain Con their monster, Tribute from Mobius, huge play. Brain Con, steal something, summon monster, call the haunted, wabam, get him game. Let's go. We got the 2 Mind Controls for the Turbo matchup. Really good card again. You probably, if you're playing Turbo, they're going to be on Spies, so you probably want to board in Spies when you board in Mind Control because you don't want to hit a Spy and not have Spy to grab. Like, a good play to do, like if they set 2 back rows or something, Mind Con, flip Spy, get Spy, sack the Spy you just got from OBS, pop both their shit, attack, get in. Really good. Same with Brain Control, but you can't really, but I don't know. Really good card. And then we have the 2 walks for obviously Panda Burn or any kind of burn shit. Really good card. So the extra deck does not matter. So now if I can catch my breath because I've been talking for like a good forever minutes. Ooh, smoke a lot of weed. Dueling High. Okay, 101. Alright, so we're going to get on to the first replay. Now the first match I'm going to do is the match I played to get to the grand finals versus FancyDiesel. And this tournament, I only lost 3 games total. I lost 2 to FancyDiesel, and I lost 1 to Dale Bolito. I 2-0'd everybody else. So, like, deck ran really fucking phenomenal. I'm not sure if I'm sold on this to play at a Worlds because, like, I think I'm a little bit better with Turbo, even though I haven't had the results like this. But I just think that I just got sick of opening Double Thunder Dragon and just bricking crazy and just not getting nothing going with the deck. So that's why I actually switched. So who knows? Maybe I'll play this at Worlds. Maybe I won't. I'm not really sure. I'm just really stoked that I made it. So that being said, we're going to get in the first replay. I'm going to try to like slow it down some and do like what Ivan does. I've been watching his videos a lot. He like shows each play on what to do. And we're actually going to hide both the hands. So we don't really know what FancyDiesel has. So that's going to show what plays I made and why I made them and stuff. So we have a little RPS battle here. I throw rock, he throws rock. I throw paper, he throws scissors. So he gets the die roll. That really sucks. So let's see what we open here. Oh, wait. Just show hand. Okay, here we go. So we're going to hide his hand. So I open pretty bad here. Dust Tornado, BLS, Tribe, MST, Snatch. Not really the greatest warrior hand, like at all. I have nothing to stop flips. I have nothing to do anything. So we're going to see if we can play out of this. But, like, looking at this, I would think I couldn't. So it looks like he's going to set a monster here, which I can see that it's Spy, unfortunately. And he has a back row. He's going to not do anything right here. I'm going to snap the link with Duo, because I drew it. And he chains Duo. He chains Dust Shoot to the Duo here. And he's going to snipe my Tribe. So that really sucks. So now he knows my entire hand. But at least I'm going to get Duo off on him here. And he didn't start with Thunder Dragon. So that's always nice. I'm just hoping he doesn't have Sinister here. So we're going to roll a 4. And we're going to throw out his Graceful. That was a huge hit right there. Obviously the best card I could have hit in his hand. Not knowing his hand. Was really stoked about that. And then he threw out a Deco. So pretty much like I could set both of these. Or I could set just one and just pass. So that's what I decided to do. I set Dust Tornado and pass. He flips his Spy. Gets his Spy. He's obviously put in attack mode because he knows I have nothing to stop it or anything. He gets in for 2400. And then he summons Tsukiyomi on me. And he sets his Spy. And he decides to set both of his back rows on in-phase Dust Tornado. And I hit his Mind Crush, which was huge again because he knows my entire hand. And now I'm like deciding, did I shuffle or did I not? And he's like, I'll check. And he says he did. And he says, nice top deck. So I hit him with the MST right away. Just want to make sure my Tribe does clear just to try to come back in this game some. So I obviously summon Tribe and attack the Spy, getting the third off the deck. And then I use Tribe. I discard the BLS and hold on to the Snatch because BLS is just dead as can be. There's no reason not to. So obviously he's going to summon Tsukiyomi and run up this Tribe here, but this is fine. And now we're kind of like even on card advantage here. He has 2. I'm going to go to 2 for turn. He sets a back row. I draw into a Saku, which isn't bad. I set one Saku over here in the corner, trying to throw him off his game a little bit. He's going to fire this Duo. Now, I don't really know why he wouldn't fire the Duo last turn, be honest. Like, I don't understand why he would just set this. Like, if I draw a breaker, it's just over. So, I just don't know why he really did that. He would have just wasted his duo there, breaker. And now I fire this Graceful Cherry right off the top, which is pretty damn good. Don't know his back row at all. I draw Knock, Book of Moon, and Exile. Obviously, I'm going to discard the book and the Knock. And I think I just hold this Exile here. Yeah, I don't do anything. I'm just going to wait for him to set something or do some kind of anything. I draw Call of the Haunted, which is a pretty good card here. Hope he doesn't have Heavy Storm set, which if he does, it really sucks. He sets a back row and just passes, so now I know he has Tsukiyomi. I draw Heavy Storm, which is pretty rough here, not going to lie. But I'm just like, screw it, let's just get the pressure going now, because he's going to summon Tsukiyomi, and he's going to put down my tribe, and then I'm going to Saku it. That's my plan that I had. So I'm going to try to get in for some damage here, and I don't think he's going to stop it, which he doesn't, because he has a Tsukiyomi play. And I decided just to set the heavy and say, screw it. And I just pass, even though Duo is really gone, so that probably was a bad play. But he's going to summon the Tsukiyomi. I'm going to Saku that right away. That goes off. And then he does have the Knock, so that kind of sucks. And he is going to set the back row, playing into the Pro Storm. This is actually really good for me here. I'm going to put heavy. Unfortunately, it's a jar, so he's going to chain that. But I do get his Mirror Force, set the Dust Tornado, and just pass. And now we're kind of even on card advantage again. He does summon Tribe. And he gets in for 1,600 here. And he sets one back row, putting me at 26. Kind of getting low here. In phase, hit him with the dust. I do have to summon this Exile, because if he draws another monster, I just lose. So I just set Soul him and just pass. He draws Pot of Greed. I instantly just Soul him that. I'm like, there's no reason not to. If you have a monster, you have a monster. And then I draw the Boogie Down Blade Knight. Obviously, just going to drop it here. Get him for 2k. And that connects. He draws Thunder Dragon, which is pretty dead right here, I think. Unless he has like a Regeki Break or something. He's just going to pass. I draw into Rhoda. I Rhoda here. I go right for the Boogie Down Blade Knight again, but he Mind Crushes out of my hand. So that's tough there, but it is what it is. Get him for 2k. He's got a one-turn clock. Let's see if we can clean up this game one. What's he going to draw? All of his Chaos is live. Everything's live. I draw the Zombira. I go right into battle and I hit game one. So that's really good there. Got game one. One game away from being in Grand Finals. Feels nice. Let's see. Don't remember what I side decked. I think I put in like the Spies, I want to say. Maybe the Mobius. Definitely the Minecons went in. Pretty sure. So I open better than last time for sure, but not like that amazing. I guess you can't really open an amazing hand with Warriors. You can't open Thunder Dragon, Pot Graceful Duo like, like Turbo, which he's about to do to me here. So he starts with Pot. He gets his Thunders off here. He discards them. He's going to draw. He's going to Graceful me here, I think. Oh, he's going to upstart. So still, just turboing through his deck here. I think I make a huge misplay this game. I can't kind of remember a little bit. So I see if he has anything in standby. He sets Sinister and sets two back rows. I have to, like, just know what that is because it's 250. There's no, like, guessing, I guess. Like, everything's just, like, so obvious. So I have Blade, MST, Heavy, Breaker, Saku, and Solum. I think I just fired this Heavy because it's like, why not? If you got Jar 3 for more, I can't really help it. I have to just go for this play here and just hope that's like a flip or something because it's like, why not? I set MST, Solum, and Saku in kind of a weird way, and then I summon Blade Knight, and I attack the face down, and I just pass. Not in a really good spot because he's opened so godly on me. Dust Shoot would have been really nice here, but don't have it. So he swords me here, and this is where I kind of like throw a little bit. He sets a monster, and he sets a back row. Definitely should have end phase. This cost me the game, I feel like. I could have maybe 2-0'd him if I wouldn't have done this. I don't think so. Because of how much pressure he has on me here. I decided to end phase the the swords, which I definitely should have hit the back row. So that was a huge misplay. If I'm just planning on summoning Breaker anyways, it's like there's no reason to do that. So I do him here. Instantly roll a 3. And he throws out both his Thunders. So now it tells me that it has to be Sinister. And yeah, see if I end phase that one, I just break that one. So it happens. You make mistakes. He gets my Solemn Judgment. That was huge. That really sucks. And then I get him for 2k. He doesn't have Dark and Light yet. He's at 6k now. He's gonna draw. All I have is a Saku, a Blade, and a Breaker, and he's got 5 in hand, 4 real ones, and a Sinister. Now he decides to set his Faith because his Blade Knight is just null and void. See, I shouldn't even summon this Breaker at all. I should have just kept his Bastion with Blade Knight. That was a real bad play, but it happens. So we do draw BLS, which is pretty dead at the moment, but at least we have Light and Dark on the field. So maybe we can get that going. And we just go right to battle here. Get in with the Breaker, he gets popped back, and I'm just like, yeah, this is just completely over. There is not a damn thing I can do. He's going to pop me again. He pops me. And draws 2 more on my ass. And now he decides to set his Night Assailant and set the back row. I draw into Zombira. I'm just like, well, I have to just drop this and hope that it's like a spy or something so I can clear. I have really no other play I can do, so I do decide to do that. And I hit, and he does destroy my Breaker, which is unfortunate. But it's fine. Now he sets a spy, so I'm like, damn it. That was a pretty good play for him. I do have the Light and Dark, and I decide just to go for it and say screw it. And just banish his face down, which is a spy, and now I just can't attack with Zombira. But I do have a Snatch Steal. Here comes his Sword, coming right down. Gonna clean up my BLS. So yeah, this game is just like completely over. And he sets a Deco, which is amazing for him. I draw Don Zalug here. Again, I probably do misplay. I could have just snatched this and just used the effect and banish itself. Instead, I got greedy and tried to go for a card, and he just Becky breaks and gets his shit back. And it's pretty much over. I have nothing here. I have a Saku set, and that's it. And then now he has Breaker, so it's just like, yep, it's curtains. And there's the BLS. And I think I scoop here. I think it's already game. He has ring anyways. I think he has ring set. Let me see. Yeah, he's got the ring set. So yeah, he clapped me this game really good. Even if I do in-phase that, I don't think there's no way I would have even been able to come back. Because he would have stalled for 3 turns with swords. And like, I don't think that would have really mattered. I think he's happy that game. So he gets me that game. We go into side deck, and I think on this one, I just said screw it. I want to say, and just went back to the regular deck and just said, let's just fight the regular way. Let's just see what happens. Let's just go straight warriors, no spies, no faves, no mind cons. Let's just let it play. Let bygones be bygones, and let's just see what happens. So, or I may be wrong, but I opened pretty cracked here. So I opened double Dust Shoot, Kaiku, DD Warrior Lady, Pre, and Exile. So really, really nice hand here. So I decide just to set the DD Warrior Lady because I'm hoping that he board his knocks out. And I set both Dust Shoots and I just pass. So I obviously am going to fire this Dust Shoot here right away. And I get his Breaker, which is just amazing here. And now I know he has Upstart and Pot. So it's just like, I'm just going to obviously just wait for him to Upstart and Pot. And then I can hit him with another Dust Shoot. Let's just hope he does that. Like, I was thinking maybe he was going to, like, set his whole hand and then, like, pot and then upstart or something. That would have been really tough, and that would have been a big brain play. But I guess he was just assuming this wasn't another Dust Shoot. So, pretty lucky to open both of them and only play 2. Like, that was obviously amazing. Not going to say I didn't get lucky. I did get really lucky in this tournament to win it. I mean, you got to have some luck to win Go For My tournaments. So, he upstarts into another Regeki break. So now he has no monster, so obviously Dust Shooting will be bad here. And then he pot agrees into BLS and Night Assailant. So now I hit him with the good old Dust Shoot. And I decide, I think, to put the BLS back, just to be safe. I'm like, you know what, he ain't really, what's he going to do? Now I got to play through all these back rows and Snatch Steal. It kind of sucks. But I'm just like, let's just see what happens. Let's play ball. So now he just sets 1, and I instantly read that this was Regeki break. And actually, Bluetooth said that I made a good read that it was just Regeki break. I don't think he would set Mirror Force off the back right there. So I draw Pot of Greed, which is obviously phenomenal. So obviously going to fire that pot. And he says, think, there's no Solemn Judgment or anything. What are you going to do, Regeki break or something? And then I just draw Duo right away. I fire the Duo immediately. And I roll a 4, and I snipe the snatch, which is fucking great. Now I'm just like, hell yeah, let's go. And he throws out Regeki Break, so I'm like, he definitely has Mirror Force and Night Assailant. I just know he does. Let's go ahead and just show my hand and hide it now. So I do get really aggressive here, and I flip the DD Warrior Lady. And I think I run out Blade here, I want to say. I think it's Blade Knight. Oh, it's Kaiku. Okay, so I do summon the Kaiku here. I think just because, like, if he does Regeki Break me here, it's like, whatever. I could just pre it back if I have to or something. Like, there's no difference. My blade only been at 16, so I just want to get a little more damage in. So I hit him for 33. He does not Regeki Break or anything. So he draws Return here. And he sets one monster. And he sets the Mirror Force. So now I'm thinking this is Mirror Force for sure. So I do think that's Night Assailant set. So I do run out the Exile here. And of course, unfortunately, he did draw the Sangan. So that does suck. He does grab the Sinister here. And I decide just to switch the DD Warrior Lady. And get him for the 18 to see if he's going to take it. And he does take the 18 again, so he does not Regeki Break, which I don't understand why he wouldn't do that there. That was kind of like, I think that was a misplay right there. Like, you gotta, I mean, I guess he's waiting for me to completely overextend and run into his Mirror Force, but it's like, am I really gonna do that? So now, I know he has Sinister, Night Assailant, Mirror Force, Regeki Break, and one random. So now he sets the Night Assailant and just passes. I draw into Blade Knight, which I guess is fine if I want to just run him through everything and try to get the game shot. So I do just summon the Blade Knight. I do this because I just want him to Mirror Force. Like, I don't even care. Just get it out of the way. It doesn't even matter. I know you're going to do it. I'm like, alright, that's fine. Mirror Force is gone. All I have to do is worry about the Regeki Break, and that's it. And I just pass here. I let him do whatever. Flip your Night Assailant. Pop my shit. That's cool. It doesn't even matter. Get him for 200. Cool with that. He sets one back row and just passes. I draw on a Dust Tornado, which is pretty damn good here. So now I decide to just run on Zambira, and I'm just pretty much just like trying to get him to play all of his traps. Like, he doesn't even Regeki Break again. He just takes the 19. So it's just like, I don't know what his plan was here, just to keep taking these hits and shit, but I guess it's working out. One second. Sorry about the short delay. So he does a Regeki Break, and I decide to set the Dust Tornado and just pass. He draws another random card that I don't know. And he decides just to set the Sinister and just pass. And I draw into Knock. So now I'm thinking, like, if I Dust Tornado this back row here, this is it. Like, I know he has Regeki Break, and I know that one for sure is Regeki Break. It has to be. So if I just dust this back row here, and the Knock was just like the perfect card. Like, I don't have to worry about Spy. I don't have to worry about shit. He can only stop one attack with Regeki Break. So that's exactly what I do here. And this is how I win the game. Right here. I Dust Tornado, the back row that I don't know what it is. And it is a Solemn. And then I just Premature Burial anything. He's only at 1,000, so it doesn't even matter. And this is why you should have probably used the Regeki Break on the whatchamacallit, because I wouldn't have had a game shot to get you. So instead, I just top deck Knock. He's thinking he can win. He draws a bunch of cards. We get the match. We go to Grand Finals. Looking lovely. I'm like, hell yeah. One game away from actually getting to Worlds. I'm fucking stoked right now. I'm in the zone. Gotta wait like 2 hours to play my match. I'm just like completely in the paint, ready. And then it happens. We go to Grand Finals, FancyDiesel again. And let's check it out and see the Grand Final match to see exactly what happened here. So, here we go. And I just jump in quick. I don't even wait for them to like get it on the screen or anything. Like, I'm just in the paint, just ready. I'm freaking itching for the invite, blood, like I'm just ready. I'm like, I'm getting this shit. This is my day. I'm not gonna get stopped. Like, it's over. And I throw the scissors right away. He throws paper. It's meant to be. I get to go first. I'm like, hell to the yes. Let's fucking go. So we open level 2, Dawn, Rhoda, Dust, Ninja, and Solum here. So, the play here is obviously just to set Dust, set Solum, set Dawn. And that's exactly what I do. And I'm like, you got heavy, you got heavy. If you don't, we're going to have a game. So let's see what happens here. He decides just to set 2 back rows and a monster and pass. I do end phase, hit him with the Regeki break, and he dust shoots me here. So I'm like, all right, this is just perfect. I'm like, no matter what, my Dawn is going to connect. And I'll have the Soul of Judgment to back me up. Like, if you send back to level 2, I'm just going to Rhoda to get it back. If you send back Tribe, okay. If you send back Ninja, okay. But he thinks about it for a minute, and he does send back the Tribe. I slap down this level 2. I get to save the Rhoda, and then I get in for 14, and I get a card in his hand. So now it's just like, he's on the ropes already, turn 2, throwing it at him, like, what's up? Flip the Dawn, summon level 2, and I get the Spy, which is a pretty good hit here. He sets 1 back row and passes. Now I have Solum, so I'm like, well, let's just play ball again. Let's just run up this Ninja. Let's just get aggressive with it. I got the Solum. What are you going to do? He has nothing to stop it, so boom. Hit him again. Get the Sork out of his hand. Amazing hit there. Get in for it again. I've only been turn 3. He's already at 2,500. I set the Call of the Haunted, and I'm just like, it's curtains. Like, there's nothing you can do at all. Like, there's no way he's coming out of this. He summons Sing, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. He gets over the level 2. I don't do nothing. I got the knock. I just Rhoda, grab the DD War, grab the Blade Knight, because I got the Soul set, and just easy clap, boom, let's go, game 1. Warriors, just be warriors, just freaking fight for the right to party. I was so happy when I won that game. I was just like straight blitz his ass, like boom, just came in on his ass. Like there was nothing he could do at all. Like it was just so perfect. It was amazing. So let's see what happens game 2. Game 2, I do have a pretty good hand here. I have Pre, Solum, Ninja, Knock, Graceful. He sets 1 monster and plays Swords and just passes. I go for the Graceful right away. I'm like, screw it. Let's just hope I draw a Breaker or something, or I draw MST, anything. But this game, I can remember, I couldn't get a level 2 or anything really to like to get anything going. Like I instantly discard both my Blade Knights. I'm like, let's just get rid of them. Probably wasn't the best play to do, but and I don't knock turn 1. Like that's something that I think was really good. Like a lot of players set bluffs turn 1, which he did Singin. But unfortunately, it really wasn't a bluff because this Singin is a bitch right now, and he's just gonna get him for 1,000, and I cannot stop it because I'm not gonna go neg to stop it. So, and then he sets the Spy. So it's like, all right, well, let me pause this now for a minute. So then I draw down Zalug. Again, I can't get by Swords, so it's just like really tough. This is just crazy. And then I knock him here, and I think I bordered in Spies as well. Yeah, so thins my deck by 3. Not what I want to see, really. I would have liked to draw a Spy there or something. Like, even turn 1 draw a Spy, so I could have set it. I mean, turn 2 when I went, but I just didn't have nothing going at all. So I just set the Dawn, hoping that he runs into it, which probably is never going to happen. So that's 2 turns on Sword. Sword is such a good card against Warriors. Like, people say it's not that good and shit, but, like, they have to clear it. Like, so, and if they don't clear it, you're going to go nay, yeah. But, like, they're not going to be able to attack for them 3 turns, and that's just, like, huge for you to build up shit. So it's really good side deck card versus Warriors, and I do side it a lot. And I always put it against Warriors because it's like situations like this. Like, I can't do anything. So he's going to set 2 back rows here, and he's just going to pass. So this will be the last turn. I draw Zombira, which is very underwhelming. I have nothing I can do here. So I'm just like, well, I just have to just pass, I guess. Like, what can I really do? I do just decide to pass. His Swords does go to the graveyard, so he does go neg on that. And now he does Bind Faith, and he sets the Faith and just passes. And he sets a back row. I do draw Heavy Storm here, but again, I have this Dodge the Luke set. So it's like, if I heavy here, I'm going to run into Jar of Greeds, and I still can't even clear the damn monster. Like, I can't even get through for what I want to get through. So I literally just, like, have to probably just pass. Yeah, I just pass again. Like, these games are just where it's just, you can't really do anything. And then he draws Pot of Greed, which is just phenomenal for him. He draws 3 on me here, and I'm just like, alright, cool, whatever. Put it back, shuffle, don't shuffle. You got this game regardless, there's nothing I can do. He flips Fate. I just say screwed and Zolomit. I'm like, let's just go for it. Why the hell not? I'm already screwed. I'm in a bad situation. And then he Regeki breaks me, and he puts back the Fate, back to his hand. That was really big. And now I'm just praying for a level 2. Just like, I can heavy the back rows, which were at the time Torrential Saku. Just would have been huge. I could have just freaking summoned level 2. This, and I probably would have had a good chance to win this game. Like, here comes the train in the background. But it just didn't happen. So, like, I couldn't even get by the face down. So I do decide to heavy. Pretty good heavy there. And I do decide just to go for it here. Which maybe wouldn't have been the... Maybe it's not the right play, but I just wanted to get a card in his hand. Even though he's going to get Sinister. And I'm just going to clear here. Let's just see what he has real quick. Yeah, this is where I confuse. Like, why in the hell? I had no back rows at all. Why did he not use Thunder Dragon here? Like, the way this guy plays is kind of, like, questionable. Why would he not use the Thunder? I don't understand. Like, he just left it in his hand. Or maybe, no, he didn't draw it because he didn't use nothing to draw it. So he definitely just left that in his hand, which was just insane to even do. So, he's pretty much got this game regardless, so we're probably going to go to a game 3. And I roll and pick his Thunder Dragon, and I'm just like, did he? I don't understand why that's in his hand, but I set my Mirror Force, and I just pass. He draws into Heavy Storm, which is amazing. Like, just the best card he could have drawn. He fires the Heavy. Gets rid of both my shit. He pots me. He draws BLS. He draws Ring, and it's just completely over. That's the game. He drops BLS, and he's got the Sunfire. So now we go into game 3. I think, again, I just say screw it. I want to say, and I just, like, go back to just, like, the regular deck and just let it ride. So let's see what happens. This is actually a crazy game as well. So let's just show, no, not both, show my hand. So I open pretty good, not the best. Not the best. I open, well, it's pretty damn good. I open Duo, Dust Shoot, Ring, Ninja, and Saku. And I draw into Heavy Storm. Obviously, I'm going to fire this Duo. And I'm going to roll here. Let's see what I pick. I do pick the middle card. And that was a huge hit. Just like the one game I beat him when I hit his Graceful. Hitting this Duo here is probably why I won this entire tournament. Like, and the Graceful. Like, it would have been such a totally different game. Because he could have just duoed everything out of my hand, and I would have literally had nothing. And then he throws out MST. So I decide just to set Ring, set Dust, and just pass here. I don't think he's on Dust Shoots anymore, but he is playing the Mind Crush game. So maybe he is. But I decided to set 2 and just pray he doesn't have Heavy, and just hope for the best here. He does have the Thunder Dragon, so now he has 2 Thunder Dragons and 3 real cards. And he just sets 1 and passes. And I just instantly Dust Tornado it. It's torrential, a really good hit. I draw into another Saku, so it's like, Jesus Christ, I'm not even, like, I'm never getting attacked here. So I just, summon the Ninja, because I got to get pressure. And I just get him for the 18, and I just pass. Not sure what he draws. He does draw the Zombira, which is fine. And he tries to attack. I'm obviously going to ring this. This is actually huge damage for me, because he gets him pretty low. Puts him on a pretty good clock here. He's at 41, and I'm at 49. And then he plays the swords, and he just passes. And then I draw Breaker. So this is just amazing here. Breaker was so good off the top. Just slap down the Breaker, get the pop of swords. And I get it again, and it puts him at 700. And now let's just show both hands here. He has 2 Thunders and Fate. So I'm like, okay, but he does have the Dark and Light ready for the sword. I set the Saku, and I just pass. And he does find the sword, so this is tough right here. So he is going to drop the sword, and he does decide to put it in attack mode. Smart play to not, so Zombira can't run it over. So he decides just to banish the ninja right away. And he sets his faith and just passes. I draw into Solemn Judgment, which is pretty tough here, not gonna lie. And decide just to run into the face down, because like why not? And he does decide to get back swords, which I guess is a fine pick. I mean, maybe MST was a little better here, or Duo, but I mean, or no, not Duo, because he has 700. Obviously not Duo, that was wrong. I didn't realize what his life was. But MST might have been a better decision, but he is pretty low, so I guess Swords is a pretty good decision. He doesn't know I have heavy or anything, so it's a pretty good decision. So I decided to set the Solemn and pass. Don't feel like setting another Saku, and Duo's gone, and he can't even do him anyways. And this is where I think he extremely misplays. He decides to fire the Snatch Steel here. Now, this play right here, he could have just banished and just played Swords and pass. Like, there was no point to Snatch Steel here. And wait for me to, like, have something and save the Snatch Steel for a better time. Like, and then he decides just to switch the defense. And he gets him for 16, and I don't even do anything. I'm like, sure, I'll take 600. Like, that's fine. I don't even care. I'm not even going to Saku it. And then he decides to tribute up for Thunder Dragon and defense, and then he swords me and passes. I draw into BLS. I don't have the light yet, but it's like, alright. Snatch Steel's engraved, so I'm looking pretty good here. And I decide just to set another back row, and I just pass. First turn on swords, he does draw a Saku. He decides to switch his sword to attack mode and try to attack. I instantly Saku it. The reason why he didn't flip is because he's playing around Torrential and Mirror Force, because he doesn't want to get Torrential there. And he sets Saku and flips this and passes. And now this time, I'm just praying for Tribe. I'm praying for Graceful. I'm praying for Snatch Steel. Like, so many cards that I'm just hoping to God I can get, so I could just heavy the board and just win this game and get it over with and get my invite. But unfortunately, I draw Solemn, another Solemn. So I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I just set the Solemn just because, just in case. He could have a Solemn set even. I don't really know. I don't want to lose like a Solemn War or something. So I do set the Solemn. And Heavy's going to be a blowout shot anyway. So he draws into Zambira, which I guess is fine. He goes to battle. And he tries to attack. And I just Saku it right away. And then he summons Zambira. I do decide to just Solemn Judgment this because I know he has Thunder Dragon in hand, and I'm just like, any monster I win. If I just Solemn this, any monster, it's over. I just summon monster, boom, it's over. So why would I not just Solemn Judgment this? Like, I have to do it so I can draw any monster and just end this game and get it over with. Premature Burial wins, like, any monster, and it's over. And now I'm at 1650, he's at 700. And, of course, I draw into Mirror Force, so it's like, damn it, couldn't have just been a monster. So I do decide to set the Mirror Force and just pass. He draws into Upstart Goblin. He upstarts, gives me a little bit of life. I'm like, alright, thanks a lot. And then he draws Spy. So it's like, oh man, this is tough. This is really tough. So he does decide to set the Spy. And then this next turn is where it gets bonkers. I'm just like, screw it. I got the win in my eye. I'm just like, unless this is Night Sailor or Spy, I'm just gonna, I draw Rhoda. I'm just like, I'm talking to my friend at the time, like he's on the couch. I'm just like, what if I Rhoda, Solemn my own shit, get the light, heavy, BLS, boom, let's fucking go. Hindsight, probably wasn't the best play, because, I mean, like, it didn't pay off because it was Spy, and if it would have been Night of Sailor, he probably would have just won. But sometimes you just gotta say screw it and just go for it. So I think about it for a minute. I Rhoda. I grab the Blade Knight to my hand, seeing if he has Mind Crush, which would be amazing if he did, because he just Mind Crushes it, and then I even win even more, but I get to save Solemn. So I do just summon this. Really risky. I just Solemn, putting me at 1325. Heavy Storm, praying to God, like what he drew just was Inspired, Night Assailant. And I go for damage. I'm like, let's go, let's win right now. And it's Spy, and my heart just like, damn it, he's fucking got this shit. There's a Spy. So let's clear both of them. And now it's like, what's he going to top deck? What's he going to be? I'm at 1325. I say go. And he draws into Saku. So I'm like, oh god, this is terrible. He's got a back row. He's just like, let's just go in. It could be Ring and we tie right now. And I got to try to fight again. And it's Saku, which is tough. But I have the Premature Burial. So again, I'm like one card away from winning. Let's go. Just brick one time. Just brick one time. I premature the BLS back. and he draws the best card he could have drawn pretty much, which was Pot of Greed. So at this time, I'm like, oh my god, I just threw it. Like, that was the dumbest play ever. He pots me here. He's got so many outs to win. Tribe, he just wins. Like, so many cards. BLS, Chaos Monster, he just wins right away. But he drew double Regeki Break, which was phenomenal for me, because he only has one discard target, and I top deck the Kaiku. I look at the grave real quick. I see Torrential's gone. I'm like, if you got Mirror Force, you better have it. If not, I'm coming in. I slap down the Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer, and I go to battle. He flips up. When he flips up this one Regeki Break, I'm like, what's he got, a Saku? Like, he's got to better have it. And then he just starts drawing cards, and I know it's over. Start screaming, happy as shit. Got my invite. Really good. Warriors, best deck, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. I won one tournament with it, but maybe it's not as good as Turbo. But, yeah, that's just how it went, though. Feels good to get the win. Long time coming. I said last season, I started playing, like, really, like, towards the end of last season, competitively and stuff. And I told myself that I'm going to get the invite this year. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I finally actually did it. It feels really good. So that's the video, y'all. Hit the like. Hit the sub. More videos to come. Yep. Peace out.